In this video, I would like to discuss an immigration law known as VAWA, Violence Against Women's Act. But don't be alarmed by the name. This provision applies equally to men and women. VAWA allows individuals who have been battered by their U.S. citizen or permanent resident spouse or parent, or if you're a parent who has been battered by your U.S. citizen child, you may be eligible to apply for VAWA, which may lead to permanent residence. Now let's talk about the details and some examples of who may be eligible. Let's say you got married, and during that marriage, your spouse has been abusive to you. This abuse can be physical or in some cases psychological. If your spouse is a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident, you may be able to file VAWA and either simultaneously or subsequently, depending on circumstances, you may be eligible to file for adjustment of status and obtain your green card. This also applies if you are a child, in most cases under the age of 21, who has been abused by a U.S. citizen or permanent resident parent, or if you are a parent who is being abused by your U.S. citizen child. Requirements for filing as a battered or abused spouse are as follows. 1. You are married to a U.S. citizen or permanent resident who abused you. 2. The marriage to the abuser was terminated no more than 2 years prior to filing of this petition. 3. You have been abused, battered, and or suffered extreme cruelty by your U.S. citizen or permanent resident spouse. This abuse and cruelty can be psychological as well as physical. 4. Your child has been subjected to battery or extreme cruelty by your U.S. citizen or permanent resident spouse. 5. You entered into the marriage in good faith and you have resided with your spouse. And number 6. You are a person of good moral character. Similar requirements apply in cases where a child is being abused by a U.S. citizen or permanent resident parent, or in cases where a parent is being abused by a U.S. citizen child. It is very important to point out that in situations where the abuser is a U.S. citizen spouse, child, or parent to a child under the age of 21, the victim, or the petitioner as they are called, is able to simultaneously file application for permanent residence. In other cases, the petitioner will have to wait until a visa number becomes available. However, in either case, together with the filing for VAWA, a person is eligible to also file for employment authorization. Another very important detail that I must mention, which involves individuals who entered the United States illegally without a visa. If your VAWA is approved, the manner in which you entered the U.S., for the most part, does not matter. So even if you came here illegally without a visa, if your VAWA case is approved, you may be able to adjust your status and get a green card without having to depart. Although it may seem as intimidating, VAWA is confidential and it allows victims to seek both safety and independence from their abuser, who is not notified about the filing. These cases are highly confidential, and your abuser will not be notified that you filed this case. As with any case, there are many different nuances and specifics which need to be reviewed prior to filing these cases. It is also very important to properly prepare and file these cases to maximize the chances of success. Since each case is unique, it is very important to contact an experienced immigration attorney who will be able to competently prepare the case for you. I said it before, and I will say it again, because I cannot stress it enough. Please stay away from paralegals and notarios who do not have qualifications to give you the representation that you require, and in reality can make things even worse for you. For more information, visit our website at www.antlaw.com, email us, or call our office at 718-924-2896 to schedule a consultation, and we will be happy to speak to you and discuss your options. You can also follow us on Facebook, where we constantly keep you updated with the most recent and up-to-date immigration information.